thank you guys all for being here. I really appreciate it. So I am going to be speaking on time. It's our most valuable asset. Okay? So what do we know about time? You guys all have a piece of paper in front of you right here. What do we know about time? Somebody give me some information about time. Lenny.
Doesn't stand still.
Doesn't stand still. Okay. What else? Ryan.
We all have the same amount of it in a day.
We all have the same amount of it in a day.
You never get it back.
You can never get it back. Write that down. You can never get the time you spend back. So that means time is a finite resource. Time is a finite resource. What was the first one? You can never get it back. Right? Time rewards consistency. Right? Steady, consistent delivery is what wins the race. Time rewards consistency. And the last one is time amplifies decisions. So what does that mean?
It's like your bearing. If you are a little bit off your bearing, you get farther and farther off the farther you go.
And you got to course correct quickly. Because before you know it, you're in your 50s. Serious. Some of you guys were here last year, right? Years gone by. You're going to have time right now to reflect on what's actually been accomplished and how much time you've wasted. So you all have a clock in front of you. Does anybody know the average lifespan of a human?
76 years old.
Close?
78.
70 what?
78.
78. So at 12 o'clock, I want you to put born.
Put what?
Born. I am born. All right, and then you're going to go all the way around, so you're not going to write anything. You're just going to, right next to the left of born, you're going to write 78. I'm just going to give you some markers, and then you're going to find out where you are on this whole thing. So at the 1, you're 6.5 years old. At 3, you're 19.5. And at 6, you're 39. And the last one I'm going to give you is at the 9, you're 58.5 years old. Everybody have that? Yes? Okay. Now, I want you to find the year, your age, on the clock. Everybody look at the clock right now and find out where you are. Has everybody found it? Okay, so now I want you to draw the hands on a clock. So start from the 12, come down to the center, and then the other hand is going to go directly to how many years you've been on this earth. So now I want you to take your pen and I want you to color in the space from the day you were born to the year you are right now. Take a few minutes, color it in. And there's 3 questions while you're coloring this in that I want you to ask yourself. The first question is, what are you spending your time on daily? Second one, are those activities bringing you closer or further from your goal? And the third question is, how do you prioritize the tasks in your life and your business? So give me some feedback on what are you spending your time on daily right now? What are you recognizing after you stop writing this stuff down? Okay.
Mostly work and my daughter and, my hobbies and stuff on leisure, but mostly just work and my daughter.
Okay. Somebody else, give me some answers. Okay.
Maybe think about how much time I spend on my phone.
On your phone.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, spending time on your phone bad.
Yes, yes.
Really?
Too much.
Depending on what you're doing.
Hold on. Is spending time on your phone bad? Okay.
Depends on whether or not you're being productive or not.
Well, it depends on what you're actually using it for.
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, so spending time on your phone, you want to define that further, right? Because I spend a lot of time on my phone. I've been spending a lot of time taking pictures of all you guys today and going Facebook Live, but that's intentional. Why? So we can grow what we're doing here, right? We show everybody that AJ is puking his brains out. And he still never gave up. Okay? So just be careful. Oh, phone's bad. Doing this is bad. Pay attention to how you allocate it, or how you frame it, basically, right? What else? Who else? Who's got something else? What did you realize you're spending a lot of your time doing? Okay.
I'm spending too much time working in my business.
What's that?
I'm working in my business.
Okay, Jesse's an
I'm
owner.
in the field.
Jesse's an owner, he's spending time in his business,
Too
right?
much time in the business.
You can't cast a vision like Chad was saying earlier today by swinging wrenches. Changing toilets, right? You can't do that stuff, right? An owner needs to be pulled back. A lot of you have pulled me aside and said, why aren't you participating? Because I have to start growing this. And we're bigger than where we were last time when we came here. For those of you that were here last year, Steve, Brian, who else was here? Steven, Cameron, right? There's more people here now, right? The mission's growing, but it's growing because of all of you, right? You came to one event in October, and now how many people are here with you? Right? 5. Why are they here?
Some value out of the first one.
Because he got value out of the first event, okay? And he wants to empower his people, because as owners, we have to be doing what? Casting that vision and empowering our team, our managers, customer service people, right? Whatever it is that you do, all of it, what do? I do everything. You're here for a reason, right? All right, so now, Joe, you had something to say, right?
Mostly work.
Work, okay,
Work and hanging out with the family and friends.
okay, good. Anything wrong with that? No, you're being specific with what you do, right? Intentional? Eric?
I just, as I thought about it, realized I'm generally very purposeful with my time at work.
Okay?
And then I get home and I am less purposeful with my time. That's problematic.
Meaning?
I should be more intentional in how I spend the fewer hours at home.
Yeah.
with my family.
Yeah. Yeah, good. Go home with an agenda. Well, I mean,
Well,
be careful, because you don't
yes.
want to be going home. At 6:15, we're gonna be doing this. At 7:45, we're gonna be doing that. I mean, the wives would probably love that, right? But be intentional. I shouldn't even say, no, it's just be intentional with being home. Chad said it earlier today. Be where your feet are. And if you're sitting at the table eating dinner with your family, that's where you should be. Not on your phone. And there'll always be an excuse to be on your phone. There'll always be an excuse. I just gotta take a call for a salesman who's late. Where is he? Right? Yeah,
Just to expand on that, I feel like I get home and I pull in the driveway and I feel like this relief of now I can start to, like, because you've been going 100 miles an hour for 12 straight hours.
yeah.
The problem is then my son and my wife are going to suffer because I'm not going to be as present with them, I'm not going to be as focused, and I need to either find a way to turn back on what I'm doing during the day so that I have energy,
Yeah.
or do something else to make that time shift later.
Good question. Chad, do you think he's going 100 miles an hour? After today's
Nothing.
performance? After today's performance? All right, let's go to question 2. Are these activities bringing you closer or further to what you want to become? Right? Where are you in your home? Where are you at work? Who are you trying to become? Are the activities that you're doing on question 1 on the other side bringing you closer or further to those? Bet.
Closer. So I started going back to the gym in January.
Good.
I thought I was a good guy. Started going to the gym, and that's gonna bring me back to like better mental health state. I feel like I'm more productive at home, at work, and it's the best way to put it. I execute a lot better.
Yeah. Because you can't be there for your family, and you can't be there for the people at work if you're always half asleep and out of shape, right? Right? That's it.
I think it would have been both. Some will brought me closer, like going to the gym for sure. It's health as you get older,
Here we go.
Trust me, the only
Yeah,
gets
he
hard.
finished second in the race.
Yeah, I'm working hard at it because I know if I don't, it's gonna be harder. And I've seen it in my family where they've been unhealthy and they've passed away. And it's not where I want to be. It's the lesson I learned out of that, right? But there's things at work, I probably waste too much time at work, and I probably waste some time at home too. And I'm probably not present enough. I've gotten better over the years.
Yep.
Because I recognize it's an issue, but I still have room for growth, so.
Who else? Costas.
So I'm gonna side with Steve on that one too, because it's like like from my daily tasks to what my goals are, yes, from first event till now, I've definitely made a lot of great progress, and that's why I also brought part of the team here too, but I do a lot at work, and it's also like, it takes away from goals of family.
Yep.
And I do want to prioritize the family as much as I possibly can, also with keeping the business going, but where I do more at the business, sometimes I get home and I'm just like, not that I don't want to give the kids everything that they deserve, it's just like the timing, I'm just terrible with timing. I've been getting better, but sometimes, you know the look, so yeah, I'm terrible on timing.
Sound like
I can't-
every week to the game?
Exactly, it's like,
How
oh,
you do anything is how you do everything.
exactly, so I'm terrible on timing, but I have been getting better, but it's also like, I gotta just like, you know, as soon as I do get home, I pretty much kind of put the phone aside, because it's like, all right, play with the little ones, have dinner, and get them to bed, and then at the end of everything, all that, then I finally go, if I have the energy, bust out and work out before the end of the night, so.
I want to touch on a point as an owner, right, because there's a lot of owners in this room. How we usually show love to our family is by what? Providing for them.
Yeah.
So if you frame work as a bad thing, because, you see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
just be careful of that.
Well, the little
Because-
ones don't know that example.
What's up?
The little ones don't know that example.
I get it.
Yeah, yeah.
I get it, but they'll come, remember, we learn by what? Starts with an M.
Modeling.
Modeling. Modeling. I learned how to work really hard because of my dad and my mom, right? And I was young, and I didn't know better, and I thought the guy hated me along the way, okay? But what I didn't realize is it took me till 30 to figure out that he was just trying to prepare me for the world. Get it? Cool, go ahead.
That's what I mentioned, it's hard to turn off work when you're running the service industry.
Yeah.
But with my daughter is 15 now, she's almost 16, and she would run to me when she was little, like, Mom, your work phone. So it's like setting her up to be, I think that it's giving her a much, I'm a very strict parent, but like she's much more like, I don't really know if I want to go to school, I want to go into something that I'm, you know, go to college. She's almost, you know, gonna be a junior, but like, just that example of like, you need to work hard and this is what you're gonna hustle to do
Yeah.
to get that. So, but I do, I stopped working out after I got sick in October and I was like, oh, I was mad that I didn't make this up today, but I think she has some of bad habits, but again, you have to be present at home, like I try to sit with them and try and feel like we talk to each other, it's just us talking.
How old is she now, 15?
If the issue is
Yeah. So like that's the time where what they saw you do when they were little, you start going to do it. It wasn't that bad of a parent, right? Hard work trumps everything. Remember that. Instill it in your kids, instill it in your people. Leaders, lead your people that way. All of you guys that are owners that brought people here, there's one thing I've been saying to every one of you. Your people are watching everything you do. Everything. If you come up with excuses or shortchange yourself and then wonder why they're doing the same things at work, you have no one to blame but who? You. So get your shit together. All right, question 3. How do you prioritize tasks in life and business? Give me some feedback. Yes.
Plan weekly and daily, and review the plan.
Yeah. Put a plan together.
Since I started doing that, it's like, I'm way better, it's way more focused, but it's not
And-
perfect. I said one of my downfalls is follow the plan.
Yes,
But-
I was just gonna.
But I'm not perfect at that, but at least every Sunday I plan.
But you build the habit of starting with building the plan, and then guess what happens? You're not following it the way you're supposed to, but then guess what happens after that? You start following it, and then what happens? Life happens.
So
And the plan goes to what?
SHIT.
Crap. Real quick sometimes.
So interesting, I didn't plan this week because it was only 2 days, because
Yep.
I was away Monday, but then I was working Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we're flying on Thursday. It was a disaster, like just all over the place.
If you do not create a plan, you're only planning to have a disastrous day. I can tell you that, because everything will be vying for your time, even when you have a plan. At least if you have a plan, you have something to go back to. Cool? All right, let's ask these 3 questions. You guys have all filled out your clocks, right? Now, there's going to be 2. Once we ask these questions, I'm going to want to hear from people that returned from last year, returning from last year, and then I want to hear from people that are new. Right? So the first question is, how do you feel about the time you've already spent? How do you feel about the time that you have already spent? Look at your clock. And if you feel good about it, why? If you don't feel so great about it, why? Yes? Okay, next question. What are you looking to achieve with your remaining time? And you young guys, look at it. You only got till the 3 filled. You think about what? Look at all the time I have ahead of me. And then you can talk to somebody like me, who I used to be the 19-year-old punk. They used to say, oh, I got nothing but time. And before you know it, you're 47, 52. Improve your relationships, improve your marriage, buy a Ferrari. I'm 47. So if I'm 47 years old, and the average lifespan is 38, how many summers do I have ahead of me? Come on. Chad gave you guys a compliment that you know how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. Huh? 31 meters, Canadian gold. All right? I have 31 summers. Sounds like a lot right now. But when my father's 70, how old is that? How old is he? No, how old is that? 73? What? 73. If you're 73 years old, right, on average, if he lives to 78, he's got 5 summers left. How would you spend those? You don't think about that when you're 19. No. No. But if you only have 5 summers left, it's going to be bad. Question 3. How can you make better use of your time moving forward from today? How can you make better use of the time you have ahead, starting today? Cool. Everybody have answers to question 3? Yes? All right, let's go to 1 and give me some feedback. How do you feel about the time that you've already spent? Okay?
So at first I said, I know I just said that, I think it's all about your mindset, and if I didn't waste the time, then I wouldn't have been in place, like the universe aligned. I think it's how you make your mindset and how you feel about things. If you're gonna say, I only have this many summers left, you should be saying, I get this many summers
Yeah.
left. I think it's all about thinking about it, but at the same time, I used to worry about it and stress myself out and get so much anxiety about it, but it's like the universe aligned me to be where I'm at now.
Yeah.
So was it a waste?
The answer is no, when you look at it when you look at it like that, because every one of you are here because of everything, all the decisions you made, and the ones you didn't make, which is important. You're exactly where you're supposed to be today. How many times do you remember say that? You are exactly where you are supposed to be in your life today. All the crappy things, like getting up at 5 years old at 4 in the morning to help my sister do a paper route, has put me in the position to be the guy that stands in front of you today. You know, because at 5, you're like, why is my father really not like me? You know, and then at 8 years old, you start to believe that. Because if you tell yourself something enough, you'll start to convince yourself. That's why I told you to stop saying you're what? You were lying on the ground saying, I'm fat. I'm the fat guy.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, what? Stop saying that about yourself. Because if you keep saying it about yourself, you'll convince yourself. Right? And somebody needs to stop it when it happens. And all of you guys that are here with people from your companies, you got to support each other. Okay? So don't let them go home and joke around about that. Okay? Okay, Rob.
I think about this one every Friday, actually. I don't have any regrets about the past, because like you said, you're supposed to be where you're supposed to be, but you know, it's hard to ignore the fact that I'm 37 years old starting over again, and when I see my peers, you know, I kind of, like, when I see people my age, Eric, Costas, Chris, things like that, where they're at in their business, and,
Yep.
you know, I'd like to be at that level someday. But, you know, and I have no, like I said, no regrets or anything, but like going forward, it's like, that's the level I want to get to. And it's just something to think about on Fridays, when we get on the meeting, and it's something that, like, I've already accepted the past and everything that has happened and come along the way. It's just something that's always there lingering, that, you know, that starts again.
So this goes to exactly what I was just saying. Is Eric really starting over? I mean, is Rob really starting over?
He's running his own race.
No, you're not starting from 0. You're starting from what? Experience. right? So you can go a lot faster with the stuff that you have now, which you are, those of you that follow him on Facebook, right? He's more famous than me. And he's got bigger arms, handsome face, nice eyes. At least that's what my wife says. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But remember when you hear a peer or friend, somebody that you're having a conversation with, stop the conversation when they start speaking like that. He's not starting over, he's starting from experience. Everything you've gone through will now become, we've already had this conversation 5 million times, is fuel, right, to propel you to where you need to go and you want to, right, for the kids. Good? What else? Yeah, so.
For me, mine is obviously a little bit of a smaller shaded area, but the first thing I just think about is like how many thank yous I have to say in my life right now. Because thank you to my uncle for allowing me to be here, and like all of my parents. I have so many mentors in my life that have really propelled me to like the place that I am today. So that's number one, is being able to show those people how much I appreciate them, and number two, use that as that fuel. Show them that like every investment, every ounce of their time that they gave me was worth it. And yeah, and it motivates me to, like I said, say thank you, but then allow those investments to pay off in the long run.
I was just gonna say that. Saying thank you is one thing, showing thank you. Meaning, go take these things, become a monster. Understand?
That's it.
Who else? Good.
I kind of broke it up into different parts, like on question one of like different times in my life. From
Yep.
1 to 14, I said it was great. I had your typical normal childhood. And then 14 to 30, I put terrible but thankful. So like around 14, I started drinking and quit it at 30. And 30 to 36, proud because full-time dad and stopped drinking and kind of grabbed the life.
Can't hear. Puke on your foot.
Yep.
You got puke on
Someone else's puke.
Somebody, even worse, somebody else's puke.
It's an experience.
Cool, awesome. Good? What question are we on?
2.
Who has something else for 2 that hasn't shared? Maybe some people that haven't shared. Okay.
So for me, things that I want to achieve with my remaining time, I wrote down 2 categories: impact and depth. I want to know that I've left a positive mark on someone and something, and as big as I can make that, and increase the depth in my relationships, and also that impact, being able to share that with people.
Awesome. Thank you. Who else? Somebody that hasn't spoken. Okay, Joe.
One thing I really want to achieve is getting my master's license.
Okay.
I've been wanting that for as long as I can remember. I'm getting closer and closer every day.
That's right.
Doing the work, putting the time in, and I know once I get it, and all the pain I went through in the past to get it, it's going to be so worth it.
Did you ever think that you would need to do this to get your master's license? Cool. Because you heard me say to you when you were on the ground, looking like you were going to be the next AJ, right? You were pretty close to him.
I was pretty close, but I didn't.
I kept saying, if you want to be a leader, this is how leaders are forged.
You guys masters without this, but think about what kind of master he's going to be having gone.
Yeah. There's a lot of educated people that have diplomas on their wall that do absolutely nothing in the world. And then there's a lot of people in the world that have no diplomas that do way more. So, a piece of paper doesn't make who you are, you make who the piece of paper is.
So I'm getting older now, and
What's all the look like?
Really good.
How old are you?
you don't have to.
How old are you?
42.
How old?
42.
Okay.
So like, it's become apparent that I gotta start thinking about retirement at the level that it all my whole life.
Alright.
So I want, I'm trying to create a self-sustaining lifestyle that I can retire into with my family. That will require very little input. So like lifestyle requires
Excellent. Now that's a goal. but there's steps along the way in order to get there. So you can't just leave here and be like, I want to have this lifestyle that I don't have to worry about money, but I just got to do what I want. There's a path to get there. Probably not gonna have that time to build that path tonight, because Chad's got some fun stuff in store for you guys. And Chili. That's the.
So for that last one, I said, I mean, my time is less than probably most here. I said, I want to be deliberate about everything I do to make sure it aligns with my longer-term goals. You really, when your clock shrinks, you really got to think about that. And it's something that, when you're young, you just don't. I didn't.
Talk to the young guys.
Yeah,
Me.
no, like be
I'm
deliberate
right
now.
behind
Be deliberate now, and you guys will take off. Like it will be like a game changer. Like set your long-term goals, be deliberate, take the actions, work towards those goals. When the clock gets shorter, it's shocking to look at this thing how much a shape it really is. So,
You young guys.
and I thought about it over the year since last time.
That was my next question. Is
It's been interesting. Like I do think about it regularly, and it's something that it's on my mind quite regularly. Ask me.
not at 19.
Not at 19. Well, my
20.
son was here. He doesn't think about it. I can guarantee you.
No. What did you young? I want to hear from some of the young guys in the room. Like, what did you just hear him say? Stand up. I would just so you guys know, we would have killed to be put in these positions that you guys have.
Yes.
Do not squander them. These are gifts.
Clock spin.
And it only goes faster after you hit 30.
Yeah. Pretty much take the time where you want now and like don't fix it every second counts.
Yeah.
Like really valuable. Take your time to work without paying for it. So you can't get it back to what already is going, you know? It doesn't stop moving, stuff like that.
No, and be intentful with the time. Because I'm telling you guys right now,
It's easy to
young
waste.
guys in the room,
It's easy to waste.
be intentful because time rewards consistency, right? You start investing when you're, how old are you? 19? The same age Steve, right? Yeah, so you got 19 years old. You start investing small dollars now, you'll be in different positions than us. You'll have the lifestyle he's looking for. You're getting all of the hints of all of the things that you guys need in order to be way more successful and make us look like we're cool. Okay? Like legit. If you just write the things down and take action. Okay? The one thing I can implore from you guys is to take action with the information that you've gotten here today. Take action. Because you can't just leave here, write it in your notebooks, and think it's just gonna put itself into play. Right? You gotta take these impactful conversations, take these meaningful talks that you're gonna be hearing over the next 2 days, write them down, and say, when I get home, things are gonna change. Be on time for work. Be early, especially when you're the boss's kid. Right? But be intentful with that stuff, because everybody's watching your moves. Just like everybody that works for your dads are watching your dad, they're also watching you. And they probably say things like, you're a spoiled little kid, blah, 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 dad's kid always gets the X, Y, and Z. Show them that you're gonna work harder because your name's on the company. Understand? Some of you are the young guys. You wanna hear? Jared, you haven't said anything yet. And you were like our star performer in October.
I'm kind of really torn right now. I think
Speak up.
last time in October I was really work focused and motivating myself to continue with my career and just what I was doing. But now putting time in perspective, I realized that I lose out on a lot of family aspects, personal life things, and it's kind of a game of balancing it all and being able to have a well-rounded life. But I feel like a lot of my time has been more so focused to my career and getting ahead. But at the same time, I look now and I realize that a lot's changed over, even say, I've been working for about 5 years now.
Yep.
And I think I've missed out on some things. And I'm not as close with my family and the people around me as I should be. And just kind of right now thinking about it all, it's a little bit, I don't want to say intimidating, it's daunting to think about what Steve was saying. You don't realize that what's gone is gone and it goes quick. So it's a goal of mine to be more involved, but that was my answer to number 3, was just to push myself out of my safety zone of comfort. You know, to put excuses of why I can't go and make things, I can't be around these people, and that's not the right way to do it. Sometimes I gotta fight the bullet and just do what I can do to be more involved.
Cool. I want to address one thing that I heard that stands out to me all the time when I hear people say, I want to live this what life? Starts with a B. I want to live this balanced life. A balanced life does not exist. It's created. It's created. Okay? Everybody know who Tim Grover is? I had a chance to see him speak. Okay? And that's how I heard that. Balance does not exist, it's created. Because when you play, and he coached Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, right? When they had to go into season, that's it. Everything was locked down. There was no family time. There were no Disney trips. There's no let's go over Chris's house for the weekend and have some drinks and just hang out, right? It was locked in. When season's over, that's when you check back in. Now, HVAC guys in the room. What's coming around the corner? What's coming around the corner? Summer. And guess what? It's time to lock in. Now, you chose this profession, right? Do not complain to Chris, do not complain to me, do not complain to Costa or Rob or Jim. Like, this is the profession you chose, okay? It is a privilege to be of service to others. Lock in, know that you have a certain period of time that you have to be super hyper-focused, and then September comes. And then you complain you're not getting enough hours after working three weeks in 1 week, right? Is it not just my guys, right? Okay? Good.
What I was gonna say, I mean, obviously I'm still with, balancing business and being a dad, but, I'm not a suck up by any means, but I'm lucky enough to work for you. Tuesdays and Thursdays, you allow me to go pick up my daughter from school twice a week. So I appreciate that. I would like to say thank you for that. And that gives me my balance. Taking Sundays with her all day. Go pick her up twice a week. Go get ice cream right there.
And if you need to work late on those other days,
And I do.
you just put it in,
Absolutely.
knowing that the balance is coming.
That's my balance.
It's creative. And I'm sure that if I said to him, hey, Tuesday night, we need you to stay at a job,
Happens all the time, but I'm still okay.
I gotta stay. You know why? What's up? What he said? Thanks for being honest. No, but the reality is he knows that when you have to step up, you have to step up. And remember, it's not abuse. They're not trying, Brian's not abusing you when he asks you to stay, right? Or whoever asked you to stay, Joe. They rely on you. They rely on you. When Chris needs one of you guys to run a call late at night or a sales call that's a down system, right? That's not him trying to abuse you. It's why we exist for our clients. And he trusts you and knows you're gonna do what you need to be doing, right? Chad was on a team, he had a job. Nobody else was supposed to do Chad's job. Chad had to do his job. Everybody has a purpose on the team, right? Salesmen aren't supposed to be doing what? Closing deals. Install team's supposed to be doing a great job. Customer service people are supposed to be booking calls. And if everybody operates with, I have to do my piece in order for the machine to move, that's harmony. And that does exist. That does exist. Okay? What else? Before we wrap up, we got a couple minutes. Actually, we got about 30 seconds. Good, Lynn.
To eliminate the things that are distractions and time wasters.
Okay, so that's a very general statement. Eliminate the distractions and the time wasters. What specifically for you? Why does that resonate with you?
Which is some things that I do in my life that maybe are not better.
Such as?
Some personal things and stuff like that. I'd rather not. I gotta stop doing certain things to go forward.
Yeah.
So I have time for the back.
Yeah. We're not going to get this time back. And leaders, if you're squandering your time, even if it's a little, it's only going to be amplified with people that you lead. Those guys that are here for my company, right? You're going to be a leader of men. But you have to first be able to hold yourself accountable, be disciplined, and lead yourself. If you can't hold yourself accountable, don't come to me and ask me when you can lead other people. It just will happen. Hold yourself accountable, do what you're supposed to be doing, step up when you need it, and step up when you're not needed. Okay? All you leaders that are here, business owners, I'm watching my guys. Every one of you. Okay? I'm watching every single one of you. How are you performing? None of it surprises me. As I'm sure it doesn't surprise any of you guys when you're watching some of your people. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you.